Alright, welcome back to part 4 of Let's Play Pokemon Blue. As I said in the end of the last one, we're going to now try to catch a Pikachu. They're the most uncommon Pokemon in Viridian Forest, but their encounter rate isn't awful, so you shouldn't spend too long trying to find one. So I just wander around here. Look, Caterpie. Awesome. I'm probably just going to cut the video until I find a Pikachu. I think they have like a 10 to 20% encounter rate, something like that, so it's not awful. Yeah, so if this isn't a Pikachu, we're just going to cut to where I find one. So cross your fingers. It means less editing for me. Oh, no. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to cut away for a minute. Alright, so found a Pikachu. It's level 3. Pretty sure Charmander is going to kill it, so I'm going to switch out to Nidoran. Make sure you don't use a flying type if you're trying to catch a Pikachu, because its only damaging attack is Thunder Shock, which is super effective against all flying types, so just a heads up there. Of course he's not using it now, but if I had switched into Spearow, probably would have died. Ah, here we go. Pikachu is also the first Pokemon you'll encounter in the game up to this point that actually is relatively hard to catch in a Pokeball. Different Pokemon have different rates at which you can catch them. It's a really complicated formula that if you really want to see it, just look it up on Wikipedia. But Pikachu's catch rate is lower than anything we found so far, but I caught it on the first try. Just that awesome. I guess we'll nickname it. I'll call it Chew. It's shorter than Pikachu. Convenient, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so we now have an electric type. So you can see it's relatively speedy. Its attack is better than its special, which is one reason why I'm not a huge fan of Raichu. You'd want your electric types to have a better special, but you take what you get at this point in the game. Alright, so that cave that we can't get to yet is Diglett's Cave. We'll explore that more in a couple towns from now, but yeah, until then, I guess we'll explore Pewter City. Let's go see what's in this house down here. It's got a couple people. This guy reminds you of what I told you already. You know, weaken them, put them to sleep. Yeah, Pokemon learn moves as they level up, as you saw when Charmander got Ember. There are also these items called Technical Machines, TMs, that you can teach to Pokemon, but you can only use them once. So, just keep that in mind, I guess. Got a Pokemon Mart. See what's in this house. Person's trying to teach their Nidoran. Yeah, generally speaking, there's not a whole lot to do in towns except for the gyms. Especially this early, there's really nothing we can do here. Up here, once we learn the HM cut, we'll be able to cut down this tree and go into this building here, where you can get this item called Old Amber, which can be turned into an Aerodactyl. You can go to the Museum of Science, but it costs money, so there's really no point. Because you can't even get to the Old Amber from this side anyway. I guess check it out if you want, but there's nothing really to see here. And here's the gym. Before we do the gym, I think I might actually treat you all to the first really exploitable glitch in this game. It is actually possible to skip Brock. So you see right here, this guy stops you from leaving Pewter City, until you defeat the gym leader. Every time you try to walk there, he takes it upon you to show you where the gym is. It's really annoying. But it is actually possible, using a save glitch, to skip the first gym. So I think I'll show you how to do that now. I actually have a video on my channel that's a little more detailed. It's called Skip Brock. very creative. But yeah, so I think I'll try to show this now. It's not the easiest glitch to pull off, but I'll do my best. What you want to do is you want to get this guy to stop you like we did before, but when he's done talking to you, you're going to want to quit his text using the B button. It's very important that you hit B and not A, or else this won't work. And immediately after you quit his text, you're going to need to pause the game. I screwed it up there. So we gotta go on the walk again. Anyway, I guess I'll go over the glitch while he's taking us back to the gym. You quit out of his text by pressing B, hit start to bring up the pause menu. And then you want to save your game. And after you save it, just reboot, and you should be able to walk past him. Now, once you skip the gym, it means for the Elite Four, you're going to have to use a walk through walls glitch, because it don't have the boulder badge, so it won't let you pass. But that's a different glitch that I'll show later on. Oh my god, I screwed it up again. Okay, I'm going to give it one more shot, and if not, then I'm just going to cut this part until I get it to work. Because the timing here is not exactly the easiest thing in the world, as I'm sure you can see already. It's also easiest to not try to walk right in front of him like I did on that last try. If you're down lower a couple steps, you can walk farther before he stops you. I probably should have done that, but let's give this one more try. Alright, I got it this time. Sweet. So, I'm going to save the game here. Alright, so now he's just going to take you on a walk and just reset your game. Alright, so just resetted the game here. So we'll just resume to where we were before. And now he'll talk to us, but he'll disappear. Now you have to keep walking here or else he'll come back and then catch you again. But hey look, we can keep going without ever fighting Brock. Now like I said, this requires you to do another complicated glitch later on in the game to go past Elite Four, and since I'm doing a walkthrough, I'm actually going to fight Brock, but I just thought I'd show you that because it's kind of cool. Alright, so now it's going to take us back to the gym. And this time we're actually going to fight Brock. Okay, so I think we have the right stuff, so let's go do this. This trainer's avoidable, you can walk around behind him, but I think we'll fight him just for the experience, because like I said, I picked Charmander and he kinda sucks against Brock, so all the levels we can gain here will be useful. If you pick Bulbasaur or Squirtle and you have a water or grass attack by now, you'll be fine in this gym. If you're really frustrated with Charmander, go train a Butterfree, but really, that takes a lot of work. And Butterfree kinda sucks after this gym anyway. So, long term, probably not worth your time. Just use Ember and deal with the fact it's not very effective. Yay, level 13. Sandshrew another nice Pokemon. It's exclusive only to blue. You can't catch it in yellow, or you can catch it in yellow, sorry, you can't catch it in red. Sandslash is nice, but it suffers from a really shallow move pool. Learns Earthquake and Slash, which is really all you'll need in this game, but it could be better. It's defensive, so special attacks are going to do more damage to it. Alright, level 14. Alright, I'm just going to use one of my free potions and heal Charmander because I can't be bothered to go back to the Pokemon Center. And now we will fight Brock. First gym leader. Each of the gym leaders specializes in a certain type. Brock is rock-type Pokemon. They're all generally harder than the trainers you'll find around, but they're not that hard, really, because you can always just train your Pokemon a little bit before battling them and you should be fine. The only annoying part with putting Brock first is kind of a dick move by the game, because rock types resist most of the attacks that any of your Pokemon will have up to this point. So, as you can see, my Ember is not very effective, so it's doing half damage. So I'm kind of hoping I burn him, because it'll make it die faster and cut his attack in half. but I have enough potions that we should be okay. Geodude's not really the one I'm worried about either. The second Pokemon, Onix, is a lot harder to beat, but fortunately he wastes his time using Bide. What that does, I don't know if we'll get to see it, but what it does is, oh look, right there. It doesn't attack for 2 turns and absorbs all the damage you do to it, and then at the end of those 2 turns, it'll attack you for twice that damage. So, I'm not going to let Charmander take that hit, I'm just going to sacrifice my Pikachu. It will get absolutely obliterated here. Yeah, so it's gonna die. But better Pikachu than my Charmander, because it's the only thing I have that can take down the Onix. So we're just gonna keep using Ember. And I'm pretty sure at this point, if Charmander dies, the battle's over. So let's hope that doesn't happen. I'm also getting nervous with how low my defense is going. This might actually kill me. Oh good, it didn't. Ha! He actually got a critical hit. So, there's a funny game mechanic in these games where, if you get a critical hit, it doubles the strength of your attack, but it also negates any attack boosts or defense reductions on your opponent. So actually by getting a critical hit on me there, he actually prevented himself from killing me, because my defense was lowered, was cut by 1/4. And instead he just, all it did was double damage instead of quadruple damage. That's a decent strategy when he uses Bide, is to just not damage him, because all it does is release energy based on how much damage you do to it. If you do no damage, it can't do any damage to you. So, I'm gonna take this opportunity to switch back in my Charmander, and we should be able to kill it here. Because it's going to do like 1 damage, maybe 2, or 4, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of the cheap way to kill Brock's Pokemon, if you don't have anything that can scratch it like I do, so there you go. I think we're going to call this the end of episode 4. We get the Boulder Badge, our first gym badge. We also are going to get a TM, first technical machine. We can teach one of our Pokemon Bide. Don't recommend it, it's really a terrible move. I hate moves that require you to take damage in order to do damage. But yeah, so there you have it. I guess until next time when we move on to Mount Moon.